All right, people, I'm back. Money by the mile. Roll with me, grow with me. Just here, doing a video today, man, on getting ready for my DOT physical. I guess to start off, man, it's next week, so wish me luck on that. But I looked up a few things, and I'm taking a few of those things into play. Uh, Number one, cut out your salts. Blood pressure seems to be the biggest thing. So I'm on a water kick, non-stop all day. I've been drinking bottles on bottles. What I've been supposed to been doing, but we can all do better. But hey, it is what it is. I smoke cigarettes, but I guess I'm giving my hand at vaping now. I've done vaping before, wasn't too successful with it, but I'm gonna give a good and honest try again because I know it's gonna limit me and some of the things I may be able to do if it does come open like certain tanker or hazmat loads that you can't smoke while taking those loads. Um, so yeah, I want to cut that out. I don't drink coffee. That's one thing you want to stop: coffee, sodas, liquor, beer. Cut all those things out, man. They affect your heart rate, your blood pressure. Um, Another thing that help with your blood pressure, a couple weeks out or year out. You know what I mean? Just something that we all need to be doing is exercising and working out. You want to exercise at heart, man. That's all we got. We all ain't blessed to be Rockefeller and have nine of them. Uh, so work that thing out, man. Get it strong. So the fact that when you sitting there and you barely move, your heart don't feel like, oh God, here we go, we moving and it's pumping hard. It's pumping hard, raising your blood pressure. Or you carrying something, you set it down and you sitting there like, you trying to catch your breath. That's excuse me. That's not being physically fit. Also, that's it's part of that blood pressure thing, man. You sweating and beating up off of one little thing, man, off of one hard day's work. You sitting there shaking and shivering and just, man, I can't do this. So man, just get your body prepared, what I mean, at least enough, what I mean. If you want to do bare minimum of 2 weeks, get out there on that track in the middle of each lap. Stop, do 25 jumping jacks, do some push-ups, do some lunges, do some crunches. I mean, you add in each lap. I mean, you don't over push yourself, but push yourself. You know what I mean? Beyond what you feel like. All right, this is the end. It's not the end. Our body can take a lot. Trust me. I used to do the workout thing heavy. Used to lift weights heavy. You know, trust me. It's crazy what our body can take. It's crazy what our body can get used to too. So that's why I say, man, if you're trying to do bare minimum and get through that, and your biggest concern is the blood pressure during the physical, work out ahead of time, man. Get your heart used to and accustomed to beating at a faster rate and to be able to regulate itself while doing activities so that when it does come time for you to do your DOT physical, what it is they asking you to do is something that your heart will be like, meh, this not that much. It's not going to push your blood pressure through the roof through something that's going, you know, possibly eliminate you from the pool of being able to be a CDL driver. So, yeah, man, get your health right. Like I said, get on that water kick. Let the sodas go. It's a good thing that you got to let them go anyway. Coffee, I'm not saying coffee drinkers just stop, but the day before, the morning of, you don't want to do that. You want to get a good night's rest the day before, a few nights before to get used to it. Wake up, you know, good sound of mind, don't have nothing going on before you go, nothing that's gonna stress you out. And matter of fact, when you get there, some people don't like doctors to the point to where it creates anxiety. I don't like doctors myself, you know, not to the point to where it's gonna make me hyperventilate or anything, but I, hey, it is what it is. So man, just get on your shit, man, for the last couple weeks at least, if anything. You know what I mean? Because it's gonna go a lot further than that. It's gonna take you a lot further. So, like I said, man, I'm working out. You know what I mean? Getting my heart used to, pushing itself to where I do something less than what I'm doing while working out. It's not gonna raise my blood pressure that much. You know, I'm breathing good. When I sit down, I breathe. If you smoke, try vaping. I mean, or try and limit yourself. Um, Soda intake, cut it off. Liquor, cut it. Coffee, cut it. Beer, cut it. Get on that water, man. Get your body feeling good. By the time of those end of those 2 weeks, you done felt so good that you may not want to go back. It only takes 2 to 3 weeks to create a habit, a good habit at that. Also, food intake. Stay away from salty foods, fast foods, and things like that. You want to start eating something healthy that your body can be like, okay, I'm processing this at a different rate, because processed foods are never really that good for you. They got a lot of carbohydrates, salts, and things like sodium that you don't need. Which sodium stuff, which you don't need in your body anyway. Anything that you cook at home, regardless it be a fried piece of chicken versus going out to get some fast food chicken, it's going to be better for you to fry it at home, believe it or not. Anything microwavable, don't do it. At least for those 42 to 72 hours before the DOT physical. Eat some healthy foods. Eat you some slow carbs, some sweet potatoes, some brown rice, wheat products, and things like that. You don't want anything whites like mashed potatoes, white rice, just anything like that. Anything white and full of carbohydrates, corns, peas. Stay away from that stuff. Do your salads, do your fruits, do your lean meats. This is something that, like I said, this is something you could do in your everyday life outside of trying to get ready for the DLT physical. But me, myself, I'm giving myself a 2 week advantage, and I plan to go further along with it anyway, because I need to get back into working out anyway. I did real good with that, but water, let that be your best friend. Indulge in it. It's good for you. Flush your body of all the BS that it's got going on. And after those 2 weeks of doing good, why don't you go out there and get you a fast food meal, man, and it's going to make you feel like, or you're going to drink a soda and it's going to feel like it's going to be thick and sugary. It's just going to be a bit much for you. But, yeah, man, like I said, tobacco smokers, figure something out. I'm vaping. Soda, beer, liquor, coffee drinkers, water. Water for right now. Do the flavor substitutions if you have to. I would prefer not. Work out, get your heart rate used to doing something harder than what you're going to do at your DLT physical, so that it doesn't affect your heart rate that much to where it can possibly prevent you from furthering along yourself in this, this field. Relax, stay calm, just practice getting stuff out of your life and letting things go to make your day that much better. I'm telling you, 2 weeks, you're gonna start feeling better by the end of those 2 weeks. Yeah, you're gonna feel the first few days, but it'll come, man. So that's my tips for getting prepared for the DLT physical. Like I said, mine's is next week. So wish me luck. I'll do another video that day of my mental that day, and then afterwards, all together, just to let you know what the DLT physical consists of, at least in my my experience. But I guess I'll see y'all soon, man. Roll with me, grow with me.